Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you my Sunday showcase, which in this case today is the Brights collection. And as it quite clearly states, beautiful bright colours. Now, as you know from my previous Sunday showcases, these are a collection of items that I've put together that you could have as a starter kit to become a demonstrator. Now, obviously in previous videos I will have explained a lot of this, and there is also information on my blog, the links for it below, so that you can have a quick look, have a read through and find out what you want about it. In a nutshell, becoming a demonstrator is the most fantastic job in the world if you love crafting and you love to get your products at a discount. Yes, you can build teams, sell the products and become a business, basically a self-contained business, or you can do it to simply save yourself a bit of money. So you get your starter kit and you become a demonstrator, and then you just buy the products at a discount. And it's simple as that. You don't have to be finding customers and selling stuff and knocking on doors and saying, hey, look at this great stuff, come and buy it. You know, it's flexible for you and whatever you decide. But without me rambling on too much about all of that, like I said, there is there'll be a page of this explaining all of this in my blog, and there is also a separate page that just explains how to become a demonstrator, and a bit of information on there. And obviously also you can contact me and ask me directly, and I'm more than happy to give you the information that you need. So shall we run through this beautiful collection that I've put together for you? I couldn't fit it all on. As you can see here very quickly, we have some aqua painters, some glue, some enamel shapes, the ink pads, the card, but we've also got a punch, a stamp and some watercoloured paper. So I'm going to run through it all very quickly to show you what I've put together. Clearly glue, you know all about that, I don't need to explain it, but liquid glue is really good. As you will know, that a lot of us will use things like snail and fuse, and they are all equally as good. If you're used to wet glue, then go with the wet glue. If you're used to dry, it's personal choice, but I've added it into this kit just for versatility. We have the enamel shapes. As you can see, these are fantastic enamel shapes. You actually get 200 in here, and each colour is in there, so you actually get 20 of each colour. So as you can see, the top one here I've just picked up, it's Melon Mambo, so you get all of these little shapes on there in Melon Mambo, and yes, they do coordinate, they all match. They are a fabulous addition to any project because everything coordinates: the card, the ink, the dots, the marker, just anything and everything. Dependent on what comes out in the new catalogue, there may also be ribbon that coordinates. It's just never ending. It's fantastic. So enamel shapes, fabulous. Like I said, 200, 20 of each colour, so you have every one of these brights in here in a shape. Great accent for your project, so that's well worth getting. Then we come to our ink and card, and obviously these are the same. So we have Bermuda Bay, which is a lovely sort of bluey greeny colour, which is this one. Again, very similar to my nails. Fabulous colour. Probably not used as much as it should be, or I don't use it as much as I should, but it is great, real versatile colour. So we have Bermuda Bay. We have Old Olive, which is a version of a green. We obviously have a few greens, but this is a really nice green. Again, the cardstock. We have Tempting Turquoise, a real nice, bright, vibrant blue. And then we have Pacific Point, which is a deeper but yet vibrant blue, and that's, sorry, these two here. We then have Daffodil Delight, lovely yellow, really nice and summery, and Rich Razzleberry, which is, as it says, it's a real sort of, I think, light and happy purple, if that's even such a thing. But yeah, a great colour. We have Pumpkin Pie and Tangerine Tango, two oranges, but as you can see, two different tones of orange, so sort of a lighter and a darker one. Pumpkin Pie, Tangerine Tango. We have Real Red, Say No More, and Melon Mambo, which I explained is this beautiful, bright, vibrant pink. which I actually stamped and got all over my hand. I put my hand in the stamp pad yesterday and got it all on my hand. That's really faint compared to how it was yesterday. So then we have the cardstock. So as I say, every colour of cardstock coordinates with every ink pad, and again the markers, the enamel shapes, you get the picture. So a pack of the A4 Brights cardstock, you get 20 sheets, you get 2 of each colour, but there are 10, so that's pretty good going. And then just to add a bit of fun to it, I've also added in the Whisper White A4, and you actually get 40 sheets of the A4 Whisper White cardstock, and that's really useful for your projects for layering. And then in come the fun bits. So aqua painters, these are the best thing ever. I've never been one for painting. When I was a child, I just enjoyed those, if you're old enough to remember, the paper where you just use water and all the colours came out. That's about my limit of it, but these are fantastic. As you see, you get one slightly larger. The tanks you fill just with normal tap water, so you just simply unscrew it, fill it with tap water, screw it back on, and then the lid just pops off and you just have a brush, and hopefully you can see my finger there is wet. It just brings the water out. They are fantastic, and as I say, you do get 2, which is really handy. And then you get watercoloured paper, which is again ideal for using with the aqua painters. You can use it on normal cardstock, but it will start to, I don't even know how to explain this, but it sort of dries it out and becomes almost bitty, and it's really unpleasant. But yeah, so the watercolour paper, you do only get 5 sheets in here. They are this size, which is 15.2 by 22.9 centimetres. But trust me, 5 sheets, you cut them down to layer them, you know, you're going to get at least 10 cards, if not a bit more out of those, dependent on the size of your cards, obviously. But it's real good fun, and it's really thick, and it's great to use. But I do generally use fast fuse to adhere it because it can buckle slightly. But that is a fantastic colour. Sorry, fantastic paper. And then I've put in this lovely Bunch of Blossoms bundle. Probably if you saw one of my previous projects, the boxed pen box, my newfound love for Bunch of Blossoms, I absolutely adored it. I couldn't believe that I'd had it sitting on my shelf for over a year and not used it that much, hence me getting the use out of it now. So I've added this to the bundle so that you've got something to play with, and as you can see, we have the punch that punches out numerous of these elements. We have a great variety of sentiments. Photopolymer, there are 26 stamps inside, so as you can see, a good selection, and what a great starting kit to get you going. So as always, I've made some cards just to give you an idea of what you can make with them. So we'll start off with these 2. These are done on the watercolour cardstock, added the enamelled shapes, I've stamped and I've coloured with ink, and then I've just stamped there. And then I went on to just stamp on the Whisper White and just add some flowers. You can obviously add some 3D elements, so I've added a small flower to the front of that one, and who says you need to put sentiments on everything, so I've just left this one blank. And Bunch of Blossoms doesn't have to be flowers. I made some little fishes. Now I have to be honest, I did get the idea from Pinterest. But yeah, I just used a black pen here just to make the face. But how easy is that? And as I say, why does it have to be flowers? Use your imagination. Come up with something a bit different. But as you can see, a lovely collection, and a great way to start your Stampin' Up journey, either as a demonstrator or, as we call it, a hobby demonstrator, where you're just buying it for the discount. Either way, it's just a fantastic opportunity. If you want to ask me any questions, please do, or the information for everything that's been included here is on my blog, the link of which below. And if you want to purchase all these items, the link for that is below on the shop as well. As I say, it's the best decision I ever made. I thoroughly enjoy my job, and I'm sure any demonstrator that you speak to will say the same. So that's my Sunday showcase for today. The beautiful Brights collection with the watercolour paper, aqua aqua markers and the bunch of blossoms. Fantastic kit. Don't forget to come and buy some, guys, and honestly, any questions, just ask me, you won't regret it. Thanks for joining me, guys, and I hope to see you or hear from you buying stuff from me soon. Take care, bye!